today I am going to talk to you about the Kevyn Aucoin, the Contour book, Volume 2, The Art of Sculpting and Defining. If you watched my last video, which I put up Monday, I believe, you have heard me talk about this in my Sephora haul. I was super excited when I first saw this because if you saw last year's version, you might not have been, but I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to try Kevyn Aucoin products because I'd never tried them before, and I figured the holiday sets would be the perfect time to try them because usually you get a pretty good sampling of the product line for not that much money. But when I saw it last year, there was such a little amount of product in it that I just wasn't even interested. I didn't feel like I would accurately get to try the products, and I also didn't feel like they gave you that great of a sampling of the products. So I never got that, but if I can find a screen grab online, I will compare last year's versus this year's so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But when I saw this year's, I immediately was like, yes, you read my mind. I need to get this because if you look at this palette, you get all of this product. You get a cream contour, a cream highlight, the sculpting powder, candlelight powder, you get 2 more highlighting powders or eyeshadows, and then you get 2 more contouring powders or eyeshadows. This can also be used in your brows, so can this, to fill in your brows. And it's gorgeous. The cream products are literally like butter. They feel so creamy, they're so blendable, they're so pigmented, but a little goes a long way, but I do feel like it's very easy to blend it out if you feel that you've overused them. And then just the fact that it's the exact same color and shade, and then you can go in and set that with the powder product just makes it so stunning. And it gives it such staying power. So, I have been beating this to death using it for the past week, I think. And this has quickly replaced my other contour palettes. Like I did a review recently on the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. You get a great sampling of a lot of the products, but I was very disappointed in the size. I was expecting it to be, let me see if I've got it here. I was expecting this palette to be just 2 of these, which you can see it is not. Had it been 2 of these, I think this would have been, this right here, would have been well worth the $80. But I don't know. This right here is $65. And you get so much more product than you get here for $80. So if you are looking at holiday sets, I would definitely say save your money and spend it on this. You'll get a better deal than what you get with the Hourglass one. And for reference too, here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. So similar, very similar setup here, except for you don't get an under eye setting powder, or brightening powder if you will. But this is just gorgeous. I cannot say enough about it. I'd been wanting to try the sculpting powder as well as the highlighting powder and candlelight for the longest time, but I could never figure out if I wanted the candlelight powder or the starlight highlighting powder. I'll give you a quick swatch. So here is the candlelight powder, and then here is the starlight. So starlight, candlelight. The starlight is a more pinky one, the candlelight is a more champagne nude, but mixing them together like I've done today just gives you a gorgeous result. So now that I've seen them in person, I would say that I would most definitely order the candlelight because I think I'd need a much better tan for the starlight, but this palette is gorgeous and I highly recommend it. It also comes with little cards, but these are actually attached to the palette so you don't actually lose it, which I think is helpful. And it's all just right here. So you get this, you get a nice big mirror, and then you get all of this product. These are actually full-size products. These 4 right here, and those retail for $44 a piece, and this whole palette is $65. So as you can tell, I can't say enough good things about this, and if you'd like to see it in action, then let's skip right to the tutorial and you can see it. So here I am, bare-faced for the most part. I've just got mascara, eyeliner, and my eyebrows done, but I don't have any foundation or primer or anything on my face. And now I will go in with just my fingers and kind of just place it right underneath my cheekbone, right about the top of my ear, and I'll bring it to about here. So just taking my pointer finger, and these products are so smooth, it's like butter almost. And I will just swipe that there like that. And then I'll repeat the same step on the other side. So I get something like this. And then I'll take a little bit on my forehead. Like so. And then I'm going to go back in with this blending sponge and just press. And you'll notice this isn't a super harsh contour, and that's because I am going to go back in with the powders as well, and I don't want to hit it hard with a cream and a powder because that is a whole lot of something going on. And then I'm going to take my ring finger into the highlight, cream highlight, and just tap it on the highest points of my cheeks. A little bit there. So that just gives a nice healthy look to your skin. And you could stop here. You could just leave it at this and go. But with how smooth these are, I would really recommend setting them just so that they don't budge throughout the day. So to do that, I'm going to go into the sculpting powder right here. And by the way, I used this shade to contour and this shade to highlight, obviously for the cream products because they're the only two creams in there. And I'm going to use this to set the contour and this and a mixture of that to set the highlight. So I'm going to take my NARS Ita brush and I'm literally just going to tap. Okay? I don't want a bunch of product. And I'm going to chisel out my cheekbones and blend upwards, never down, up. And you can go back for more product if you feel like you need it. But again, just tap, because these are very pigmented and you don't, less is more. Otherwise, you are going to be chiseled for the gods. But I mean, if you want that, go for it, girl. These powders are they're so pigmented, but it's just the perfect shade of contour without looking muddy or too dark or too light. They're really pretty. Okay, and then I go back in with this e.l.f. brush. This is a mineral powder brush, and it's just a little round, dense brush. And I'll pop it in there again just to blend it out towards my hairline. And then I'm going to take a Real Techniques, whatever brush this is, and dip this into the powder highlight. And I'm going to mix this shade and this shade. Tap off a little excess and just sweep that on the highest points of my cheeks. I bring it up a little bit above my eyebrow and a little bit below on my brow bone. But yes, that is how I use this palette, the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Book Volume 2, The Art of Sculpting and Defining. I love it so, so much. So yeah, this is the final look. that is the finished look. If you guys have any questions about this palette, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them. But until next time, thanks for watching. Bye guys.